What's going on, guys? Welcome back for more fun. New Vegas. What the fuck? I don't know what's wrong with this game. I don't understand what is wrong. No, it's not even this game. It's just everything is telling me not to play this game. I swear. All the stars are aligning to not play this game. So, in the last episode, or session, I should say, it did not exist. I recorded 2 hours of content, and it fucked up because I ran out of Camtasia space. That's fine. Usually whenever that happens, I could just, delete something, and then I can save the project. This time it corrupted. Corrupted the whole 2 hours. Deleting space is completely unnecessary. So welcome to Boontown. I figure this is turning into I don't give a shit, let's play number 2, so that's fine. I'm going to basically just go back through everything that happened and explain in good detail what happened last time on the Fallout universe using some sightly little pictures in the corner right there. So, as you recall from the last session, what happened is, this is the part where we ended off, 19. We were sitting on a park bench in Prim. And I'm just going to warn you guys right now, beforehand, Zoopers might just jump in. I'm currently waiting for him to join on. This is a rare occurrence where I'm actually on before he is. I assume he fell asleep. We'll figure it out eventually. And if he doesn't, oh well. So, anyway, what happened last time is, I got off the park bench from Prim, and I said, it's time to go do some main storyline missions. And so, I went off to go do those. As you can see, there's a nice picture of me staring at a pole in the middle of the wasteland. I had to punch out a couple ants. It was a whole lot of fun. There was a lot of fun that happened there. I'm a dignitary, so I guess that means I'm good karma there. So I was adventuring around, just wandering around, and I came across this impasse right here. But before I got to that impasse, I should mention the fact that I ran into Caesar's Legion, or Caesar's Legion, and they had completely wiped out of town, and I just sort of moved on. There was an idiot who ran up to me and tried to tell me that his lottery ticket was the freaking God's Jesus. I ended up dying, so I used the second time he ran up charging towards me, and I led him into a pack of wild Viper gang members, who are basically the raiders of this game, if raiders don't exist. I think they do, but there's also Viper gang members. So I ran into those, and I let him run into one of their frag mines they placed on the ground, and he blew himself up. It was very entertaining and cathartic. I ran up the cliff in order to deal with these Viper gang members and ran into a shitload of bison, and they beat the shit out of me. Like, you know, those, I don't know how they're called, bighorners. Eventually I was able to kill them all, and it was pretty fun. So I continue on my way over across the wasteland, as you can see here, with some more pictures, and I should actually probably talk about number 22. Somewhere in this time period, I ran across a cabin where I got a custom butcher knife. I forget what it's called. I'll show you guys in a bit. Actually, this is 22. Here, I'll just show you guys right now. So the custom butcher knife I got, if I can just go pull it up. I've been playing Starbound a little bit, so these controls are a little bit silly. Should be right here. The chopper. Yep, it is just a very nice cleaver, expensive, good DPS, bonus lane damage. I don't remember if the chopper actually does that itself, but it's the chopper. So that is a thing. So anyway, continuing onward, I ran into a caravan, which I was able to sell all my stuff to, which came immediately after talking to Shep. I went back to Good Springs, sold all my gear, and it was not encumbered anymore. Of course, this specific caravan ran into a little bit of problems, as you can see in the picture there. There are some dead people. They ran into Caesar's Legion, who started beating the shit out of them. And despite the fact that I played a very neutral role in Caesar's Legion beating the shit out of that town, I decided to play a not-so-neutral role and try to help out the caravanners. It ultimately failed. I think one person's... No, actually, this save point, that person there is alive. He would eventually go on to die. There was no one alive after the caravan was all said and done. The only thing alive were the 2-pack Brahmin, and I ended up killing those and basically taking everything. So, Caesar's Legion kind of hates me a little bit. Not vilified, just hated. They don't immediately attack me on sight, so that's a thing. I don't know if they actually do anyway. Anyway, moving onward, we went here. You can see that sign. It's a very nice sign. I was continuing adventuring, and I eventually ran into a town. As you can see me more adventuring. Yes, here is town, I believe. Novak. This is the town I'm currently in, and I call it Boontown because this is where you get the partner Boon. I basically dicked around here for a little bit. As you can see, I was stealing some of the nice stuff they have for weapon crafting. I got some 9mm ammo. I got a 9mm submachine gun, so that's very nice. Nothing much else happened armor and weapon-wise, so it's not really important to mention that. Really just a lot of dicking around town. I ran into an old NCR ranger who was retired. and he taught me a new punching move, where basically if I am unarmed, as you can see right here, if I'm unarmed and I back up and do that, I do this little palm thing. And what that palm does is it sort of pushes people onto the ground. It sort of prones them onto the ground. It's very nice, very fun. I dicked around with that a little bit. Have not gotten much of a chance to use it. Ever since I arrived in Novak, I haven't had too much combat. So yeah, fixed with weapons, got the punch move, and I talked to Boone. Now, Boone over here, that's not Boone, that's the guy from the daytime. That was me saving so I could test out my punch, and I pushed him off the dinosaur. He actually fell off the dinosaur and then blinked back up using like some sort of glitch nonsense. Waited until nighttime so I could actually talk to Boone himself. Now, Boone has this little quest line in which his wife was abducted and killed. He knows this, and he wants to know who did it. You can basically explore around town. The correct answer is the bitch who runs the store. I forget what her name was, but that lady right there, and that's me leading her over. So once I put on the NCR beret, he shot her in the face. And essentially, if you talk to Boone, you have good enough stuff. I believe you have 6 perception or like just general karma. I believe it might be neutral karma. Then you should be able to get Boone. I had the 6 perception, so I was able to get Boone. I chose not to have him as a party member because party members in Fallout New Vegas are super experience hogs, from my experience. No pun intended. From what I remember, they are experience hogs, and also they sort of break the game a little bit. Especially Boone. Like, Boone's a ridiculous party member. There is a party member I plan to get. I think her name is Veronica. I believe I mentioned this before, but I have not run into Veronica yet, so I'm not going to travel with Boone. If you do want to know about Boone, he gives you a nice perk, which if you aim down your sights, it basically highlights your enemies. It's very nice. It's sort of like having, not Zulmikat, it's the other one. It's the Aura Whisper from Skyrim. It's sort of like having that. So the reason I knew that this bitch was the person who sold out his wife is if you check her safe, she has a listings where, or a codec, I don't know what the hell to call it, a log at least, where it explains that she was the one who sold Boone's wife her some sort of, yeah, it's a bill of sales for some sum of money. You can read that if you want. I sort of went through it very fast. Jeannie Mae Crawford, there we go. And she sold off, where the hell is it? It's Boone, Jeannie Mae Crawford, blah, 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 blah. It's right around here somewhere. I actually cannot see her name. What the hell's her name? Carla Boone. There it is. So I guess that's kind of funny. Boone is his last name. It's not his first name. Anyway, and that's pretty much where we ended off last time. I ran out of space, like right around there, and that is where I am. I sort of contemplated going back and doing it all since I had all the saves, but at the same time, it would ultimately just wind up getting me confused. I wouldn't get the same stuff I got. I would get lost. Some nonsense would happen. So I figured the best way to do it was just to have a nice, short little sum up of everything that happened last session. I don't think anything particularly funny happened, so you guys didn't miss much. A couple of things I do remember that were kind of humorous. I walked into a building inside that Carcer's Legion town where they raided everything, and it came across a Mr. Gutsy, of all things. And he just started like, "Hello there, bitch," and he started flamethrowing me. That was kind of humorous. Again, the part with the Viper gang leading the guy to the landmine was kind of funny. Going on the cliff and getting my shit pushed in by the Bighorners, that was a little entertaining. Overall, nothing too fantastic. So we are actually able to finally return to New Vegas. And that's pretty much all I thought I was going to be able to record. I was going to be able to get through this, and then I figured Zuper would eventually come in and interrupt me. But he is not, so I'm just going to make some messages, and we're going to see how far we can get before we actually have to do something. Alright. Alright, Zuper. I've started a session of Fallout. So you better hurry before it crashes, or audio kills, or audio fucks out like usual. Wink face. Or derp face, whatever the hell that face was called. The face I always put. Anyway, so in this episode of Fallout New Vegas, after 10 minutes of recapping, what the hell are we going to do now? Well, I think our current mission, since we did get some information on where to go, I should mention that. They went that way. I got some information from this town that I should be going to Boulder City. That's about it. Honestly, you guys don't really care too much about the main quest line. You guys have probably played or know a little bit enough about Fallout New Vegas, so that part's not super important. Anyway, there are a couple things I could do right now. Spread where the Legion's atrocities. Come fly with me. Oh, there's this. That was something where this guy is selling rockets inside the dinosaur, and he got them all from this factory that was closed out. And if you do that mission, that's a lot of fun. It's its own little mission. I could do that. That sounds like something I could do. Yeah, why the hell, why not? You get a bunch of robots that way, so I better make sure I actually have some good weaponry for dealing with robots. Grenade launchers and fists usually do the trick. However, these fists are generally broken as shit. Oh, wait. I got spiked knuckles, actually. I did buy spiked knuckles, so I should repair those into each other. Spiked knuckles. There we go. And repair into the brass knuckles. Good. Now, we need to make sure those are in the proper location. Where was the proper location? Huh. Where did I put the... I guess 6? Yeah, I guess 6. I don't remember being 6. I remember being 5. Anyway, spiked knuckles. Very nice. I do enjoy the spiked knuckles. Much over the brass knuckles. Not that there's too much difference between them. It's just a little bit of extra damage. But that little bit of extra damage is very much appreciated. I think the spiked knuckles actually break a little bit easier. But hey, it's worth it in New Vegas. Stuff is not actually that annoying. Once you get far enough in it, stuff breaking is not that big of an issue. So there you go. Oh, also, I bring water bottle to a session. I feel like that's something I've been needing recently. I feel like our house doesn't have enough water bottles lately. Mother's getting annoyed that we have a shitload of water bottles on the floors of our room that she has to pick up. Sure, she's kind of going on the warpath about us having water bottles. So, not very good for recording. I've been kind of tempted to just start buying my own, which kind of defeats the purpose of her embargo. But, oh well. Where exactly do we have to go for this? You know, I've looked at this thing like 100 times this session already, but still. That's a local map. World map. Actually, it's not too far away from the... Oh, wait, but... Do I have to... It says here from, like, Novak itself, there's, like, some sort of road that leads to it. Because the road I'm traveling along right now... Okay, so if I just, like, go backwards, there should be some sort of... Yeah. I'll be able to, like, loop from this railroad track into some sort of place that'll bring me to the retcon place. Retcon it in there. Sounds about right. Luckily, if I travel off the beaten path, I'm not going to run into any saber cats. Something tells me saber cats would be a lot more annoying to fight in this game as opposed to Skyrim. I don't know. Skyrim, you just do a shitload of damage no matter what weapon you're using. There are some stuff that just resist it, but I feel like you get so much damage output in Skyrim. This one, you have a little bit less control over how much damage your weapons can do. You can mod them, but not to the same extent you can in Skyrim. And certainly not to the same extent you can in Fallout 4. Fallout 4, you can make weapons that are literally broken. Like, not even a joke. You can make them absolutely unreally broken. There's actually a special weapon that you can find, like a certain type of weapon, where essentially what it does is it makes it so whenever you hit someone with like a shot, that was actually some good accuracy. Also, you might notice my varmint rifle has more bullets in it, 8 as opposed to 5. That is a mod, as I was saying. There are special guns you can find where when you shoot somebody, it causes 25 points of bleed damage. Now, that sounds really good in and of itself. Like, if you get a fast-firing weapon, it's ridiculous. What I like to do, what I made, was I took an energy rifle, completely shat on its accuracy. It has terrible accuracy, but I basically turned it into a lightning-fast energy shotgun. That thing was literally broken. It was the most broken weapon I have ever seen in my life. It is actually a joke how broken it was. Jesus, these fucking feral ghouls, man. Ow. Hey, that's cheating. Don't attack while I'm behind me. I have no idea what the hell's going on. Ow. That did a lot of damage. That did like a suspicious amount of damage. I'm getting wrecked right now because I don't know how to properly play a Fallout game. Okay, some Sunset Spasper, and some stim packs. Let's try out the laser rifle I got. I got a laser rifle. You know, I guess I should mention some of this stuff. Like, you're going to be seeing a lot of stuff I got last session that I didn't mention. Don't worry about it. Anyway. Let's deal with the little sauce guys first, because the glowing one's going to take a little bit to get through. Alright, now we're good. Oh, that damage output. You silly. Ow, 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 ow! I'm an erection away from death right now. Wow, this guy has made me use more stim packs than anyone else in this whole game so far. Very good, mister. Ah, shit, wrong button. No, don't, no. Bad glowing one. Bad, very bad glowing one. You fucking asshole. You now have radiation poisoning. Cute. Alright. Good thing that is not like in Fallout 4 where they can revive people with that shit. That is no fun. Okay, radiation poisoning. So this is fun. Time to deal with that. Well, first off, we can rat away it. Drink some purified water, rat away. All good to go. Of course, let's pop up that radiation a little bit more, shall we? What does DT mean? I don't know. You do not want to eat the gecko meat too much. You want to cook it first. It was really not good. There we go. Get some of that weight off of me. Get plenty of revive going. These things always had, like, the dumbest drops. Yeah, seriously. Like, cartons of cigarettes or harmonicas. What the fuck? I don't think Fallout 4 fixes this either. They still drop random ass shit. At least I remember anyway. I don't know. I mean, what can you make zombies drop, really? More rap corpse. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this doesn't have a bunch of robots. Maybe it's just a bunch of feral... No, you just have to go through this underpass in order to get there. Right. Why do I get the feeling there's going to be a bunch of satchel charges and frag mines trying to walk up here? This looks way too fortified. Yep, like, way up there. This looks like an area straight from Fallout 3. I think you can tell areas like this just look Fallout 3-ish. Ah, shit. Hoo-hoo, baby. Fucking get wrecked there. Ooh. Well, damn. I didn't feel like this does some work. Good. I mean, they're just regular feral ghouls. They don't have any defense whatsoever. Oh, well. We have 308B. The slugs, which I think are good against armor. Or no, actually, I think they're good against regular people. I don't remember. Generally, shotgun is just good against 45-70 government rounds. I'm not sure what that means, but I'll take it. Microfusion cells are always nice. Especially because I just used a shitload of them against the feral ghoul. We're almost done here. This little overpass section was not too bad. Ooh, someone got melted. With a rebar club? So a super mutant was here? Hello. Ah, fuck, I missed. Kill? Hey, that's not allowed. Bad. Feral ghouls aren't allowed to talk. You're not an equal citizen of the community. I'm waiting for one of those lines to just happen, and then Zuber walks in and is like, what the hell are you talking about, Ross? I'm like, nothing. Maybe he's just sitting there with, like, his volume down, but he's listening to me the whole time. And I just don't know because I can't look right now. I mean, I could, but at the same time, it's like, eh. That's a dead ghoul. That's a dead ghoul with his face still on. He is a Bright Brother. Oh, I forgot about the Bright Brotherhood. Ooh, a plasma rifle. Hell yeah. Now that's better. I think they made the plasma rifle a lot worse in this game. Like, they buffed the shit out of... Well, I guess they nerfed it, would be the better word. Because they buffed the laser rifle by comparison. By nerfing that. Let's say that. because the plasma rifle fires a shitload slower. I think it does more damage, but just the slowness of how it fires now compared to how it used to. Yeah, like that. That was very slow. I know it was only one shot, so you can't tell, but here, let's fire like 3 in a row. That's max speed. That's really slow. Also, it takes multiple microfusion shots. I forgot about that, too. I mean, it hits hard. Don't get me wrong, it hits hard, but it's a lot of firing. So I think I'm going to stick with the laser rifle for a little bit.